Hello everyone, my name is Kid Lee and welcome to another SWTOR 6.0 early preview video. Here in this one we're going to be taking a look at the highly anticipated AMP system, a new way for you to customize your gearing, adding brand new stats that they are putting into the game with 6.0. Now one thing I'm going to mention at the start of this one is, even though I'm going to show you the AMP system, what I'm going to show you here on the test server is definitely unfinished and it's not 100% ready, so just kind of keep that in mind. But it is far enough along that I feel like I can still show you guys a preview of how this is going to work. First thing you might notice here is they've actually updated some of these screens. They look very, very nice. Now, on the character sheet here, they actually have added an amplifier button, and you can click on this and it'll actually show you every amplifier that you currently have equipped and what piece of gear it is actually equipped on. You can see right there. Now over here in my inventory, I'm going to sort of show you this broken down a little bit. So here we have just a shell. It's the amplified champion's chest guard, and you'll see that it has an amplifier in there, a blue amplifier. Now here is an example of some enhancements. So this one has an amplifier. That one's got an amplifier, jailbreaking, and this one has one as well. So, as you can see, based on this, the amplifiers can be on the shells, or they can actually be on the enhancements and mods and all that stuff. Now, the big thing about this system is when you loot a piece of gear, or you loot a mod, you loot an enhancement, the amplifier that you get is going to be random. The game is going to allow you to re-roll that stat so you can actually build your character how you want to build it. And these are not just combat stats. There are also non-combat stats as well. With 6.0, one of the big things they're doing is lots and lots of different kinds of sets. So it's going to be possible to have a leveling set, a raiding set, a PvP set, a crafting set. So definitely, if you're a crafter, you'll have a set that is designed for crafting and companion missions and that sort of stuff. So what you can actually do here, and you can say, oh, on my chess piece here, I have tech wizardry. No, I don't want that. I want something else. So you can actually double-click on this, and it comes up with a recalibration screen. The other thing you can do is you can come under here, and it'll actually show you all of the available amps that are for that item, that piece, that mod, that enhancement. And you can also see by looking at this that there are different rarities of every single amplifier. So Alpha Strike, as an example, as we hover over that, it says increases damage done for 10 seconds after entering combat. And it goes from a 0.2 all the way to the legendary version, which is just 2, basically. Some other ones here is armor penetration, kinetic and energy damage attacks ignore a portion of the target's armor. And once you guys jump into the game, you'll want to really go over all of these to see exactly what they do, because they've added in some very, very interesting things here. One that's not listed on here in particular is actually lifesteal, which is a really interesting stat. But here's another one, MedTech, increases the healing done by tech abilities. So if you're some kind of a healer, like a bounty hunter or an agent, then you might want to stack MedTech as an example. But there might be something else that you find that's actually a little bit better. And I think people are going to do a lot of experimenting with these stats to find the right combination and what works. But if you're somebody who, isn't crazy about min-maxing, you can just kind of do whatever you want. But let's go ahead and go back to that recalibration screen here for a second. So I don't want tech wizardry, increases damage dealt by tech attacks, because I'm actually a juggernaut or something. So what you can do is you can hit recalibrate, and it randomly chooses 2 that you can pick from. Every time you recalibrate, it costs money. Now, what you see here, the 14,360, that is not the starting base, because I've been playing with it, so it's actually jacked up a little bit. But what you can do is you can literally just sit here and keep hitting recalibrate until you can get the one to pop up that you want to basically use. Now, I've got to say that I am personally not a fan of this system. And as I'm talking here, I'm just going to keep doing this so you can see how high the price goes. I personally think that the initial random is fine, but when you hit recalibrate here, it should actually come up with this entire list right here, and you should just pick from it. And the different rarities cost different amounts. I personally think that's a better idea or a better system rather than sitting here, okay, I want the legendary Alpha Strike. How long is it going to take me to get that? Click, click, click. Oh, there it is. You know? But you can sit here looking for your potential thing for a long time since it's so random. So I can see that some people are definitely going to be frustrated with this system. We're now at 285,000, by the way. Don't worry, I got plenty of money on the test server because we cheat. Didn't. But no, I love the idea of the actual amplifiers allowing people to further customize their gear, you know, how they want to play, their spec, and all that. And especially, it's like, oh, for PvP, I want this, and for PvE, I want this. And it's a really neat idea, but I'm not a fan of this. You have 2 options per recalibration. I mean, if BioWare is insistent on keeping the recalibration this way, double it. Make it 4 options listed here, or 6 options listed here. Because you can see we're approaching 2 mil, and you know, maybe I haven't found the one that I want yet. We're still going. What's another one, just so we can test it? You know, we actually got that Alpha Strike to come up pretty quick. Let's go with the legendary Tech Wizardry. All right, starting from now. How long till we see it? I mean, even the legendary is coming up in general. Oh, there's 2 legendaries in that roll. Tech Wizardry. Where are you at? Where are you at? There was the purple one. That's something. And I have a feeling like that's what some people are going to do. Is they're simply going to go, oh, okay, well, the blue one or the purple one just popped. And you know what? It's good enough. I'm going to go with that. I'm not going to keep throwing my money. We're at 10 mil, by the way. Now you can see my inventory money is starting to drop down a little bit. But yeah, Tech Wizardry, Legendary. Oh, I'm out of money now. Sorry, we're at 14.9. So I think what I'm doing here is a little bit extreme. Maybe people aren't going to just sit there and spam that button because it destroys your money real quick. But I think people, what they might do is they might just sit there and they might hit recalibrate, and then a legendary does come up. That'll be halfway useful, and they maybe just go with it. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I was able to show you guys a preview of the current state of the AMP system. I'm pretty sure it's going to go into 6.0 exactly like this, but I guess we will wait and see. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about this, so please leave a comment down below. Do you like the system as a whole? Do you agree with my ideas about changing up how the recalibration works? Should maybe the initial cost be higher, but then you can, you know, pick from something else? You know, just sort of give me your feedback on that, and if people are really, really hating it, maybe BioWare will actually change how it works. But yeah, like I said, I think the idea of the system is really cool. Anytime they add in more customization, that is always, always a good thing. But I think, ladies and gentlemen, that'll go ahead and do it for this one. So thank you all so much for watching. Everybody keep playing, have fun, and we'll see you next time.